This is Emily Harris with Eagle Air Radio. Thanks for listening in today. Hopefully today's edition gives you a new perspective on something maybe you hadn't thought of. Something that impacts teens all over the world. School, sports, band, choir, clubs, and many more activities are something that kids everywhere take part in. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, but can this really be an important part in teens' lives now and in their future? Macy Kopp, a freshman who was in all honors classes and involved in track, cross country, Show Me the Constitution Club, and SAD, explains just why she does all these things.
I was really scared going into freshman year doing all honors and a lot of extracurricular activities, but I had to view it from a larger mindset of an end goal. So whenever I graduate high school, I wanted to have a lot of achievements, and I know that even though it might be hard and it might be stressful, I know it's going to lead to a greater benefit in the end.
Many other involved students believe the same thing as Macy, such as Katherine Everett, a senior who is taking many college credit classes and involved in many activities, such as student council, National Honor Society, is a drum major, and much more. She tells us how being this involved will be a positive impact on her future.
Being involved in so many things gets me a lot of connections and makes me get out of my comfort zone a little bit. And so when I go to college, I hope that these things can kind of help me do that there as well.
Now, juggling all of these activities with school, family, and friends has to be stressful, but Macy believes it's worth it.
If I'm ever going through something at home that might be really stressful, I do stuff like homework, and it takes my mind off of those things. It's also taught me better time management skills and, like I said earlier, stress managing skills, so that'll be a very helpful skill to have later in my life.
Macy also believes that, of course, the activities can come along with a lot of stress, but the friends that you create while doing them can make it a lot easier.
The relationships that you build in those activities might last lifelong, and that's something that you're never going to regret looking back on it, even if you had to push through and go through some stressful things. And also, those relationships can be what help motivate you to push through that stress, to keep doing what you're doing, to keep doing your activities. Those are the people that can really strengthen you and help you most.
Katherine agrees as well and believes that the relationships that you create while being involved in all these activities are worth it in the end.
I've found kind of my place in high school and been able to know that no matter what happens, I have these people to fall back on, and that it's not just I show up for several hours a day and sit in a classroom. I've really tried to make the most of my experience and get everything out of high school that I could.
Both Macy and Katherine agree that being involved in a lot of things can be tough, but that in the end, it will pay off. Many teens all over the U.S. are involved in so much stuff, and we wonder why they do it. But the relationships that are formed and the impact being involved has on you as a person may really be worth it. This is Emily Harris signing out for Eagle Air Radio. Thanks for listening in today, and hopefully you gained a new perspective on something maybe you hadn't thought of.